Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome. You are watching myself, World Dragon, on World Dragon Media, and we are playing Manor Lords, of course, on the wonderful beta patch which has brilliant improvements to this game. This absolutely fantastic game, in my opinion. And if you were watching the last episode, we've gone and seen off the raiders, we've gone and taken out bandits, we have gone and claimed our second region. However, to populate our second region, we need 250 wealth, which as you can see, we don't quite have. So, I'm going to raise taxes a little bit. Now, I'm just going to put it at 10%. I mean, we only need, what was it, 34 gold? I mean, if I take 10% of what I have now, I'm going to make 33 gold. So, you know, all I have to do is basically tax for a couple of months. And when that is done, we will be done. Now, I do definitely need to make sure I keep an eye on it. I only want to tax for 2 months tops. Go ahead and press play whilst I waffle. I only want to tax for 2 months tops because that will get me my amount of money, and of course I don't want to completely drain my regional wealth. I only have level 1 burgage plots, which don't generate any wealth. I mean, they don't generate too much wealth at whatever level they are, to be honest. Most of it will come from trade. But I don't know if I'm actually trading at the moment. No, I don't have enough planks. And I know I don't have enough food, but I do now have 2 people on my berry deposit. So that will very, very nicely get the food going up. And I also have, I think I've only got 1 family on my saw pit. I do. I don't have any logs at the moment. What I might go and do, yes, this comes out of regional wealth, so again, that's fine. Although I'm gonna, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. I mean, now I'm only going to technically get 31 when I tax them, but again, I was going to be 1 gold short, so what's 3 gold short compared to 1 gold short? Either way, it's short. And we should still... Whoa! Oh, I changed regions and all the numbers changed. I was like, whoa, what's going on? I've lost all my food. We should still have plenty of approval to get the families still coming in. We can get 7 more. And so in this region, our beautiful rainy region of Nusol, which I will eventually rename, we are going to go and make a village, and I'm not going to lie, it's going to be a circular village. It will be roughly similar to, and like I said, I'm not going to go and claim this style for myself. This will be roughly similar to a style I've seen done by One Proud Bavarian. Great streamer, guys. If you haven't seen his videos, they are really good, really informative, and he really does look like diving into the style of villages you can make on this game. Very entertaining. I would really recommend you go and watch. However, that doesn't mean stop watching my videos. Don't leave me, guys. But I am going to be making a circular village. It will be in this area because if we look at our wonderful fertility in this place, our breadbasket province, as you can see, I can grow wheat absolutely everywhere. I've got a lovely line of flax coming down here and curling around here. And I have lovely regions of barley all the way up here. So this big area will be the starting area. I might expand up to on top of this hill as well. I don't know how big the farms are going to become, but we'll see. And so with that, I will probably be building a village just down here. I want to come down to here because that still gives me all of this for flax. It doesn't take out my 2 little barley pockets that I've got down here. And of course, wheat doesn't really matter. Like I said, I can grow that everywhere. And we have a lovely river coming through here as well. And so what it'll be is, it will be a nice circular village. I'll have just enough space to get a church and a market in the middle. So I can potentially get a couple of level 2 burgage plots, because I do want to get the region to level 3. Because I do want to get sheep. I do want to get, well, I want to get the heavy plow simply so I can get fertilization, so I can put my sheep on my fallow farms. Keep that fertilization, well, not fertilization, keep the soil quality up and keep everything wonderfully, wonderfully high. Okay, I made 7 gold. What did I trade? I traded a couple of planks. And the berries are still not quite high enough, but I made 4 gold. Would you look at that, folks? I'm rich, I tell you, rich. No, I've got to take in tax once. If I can take it just once more, we will be wonderful. And I also have enough claim another province, which I'm going to go and do. Go and claim this with influence. Yes, because I want the clay deposit. Now that's a future thing. I'm not going to go and lie, that idea for a clay deposit. However, I am going to go and build my clay deposit here. Because I do also want a clay deposit here. Now this does uproot some trees, which usually I don't do. But for this one, because I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to go and build I'm not going to go and send my logging guys all the way over here. We're just going to pretend that didn't happen, guys, alright? We're just going to pretend that never happened. And so with that, and I'm actually going to go and build a road coming from this way, to be honest. I'm going to delete these roads once we have gotten rid of all of our clay. But I'm going to go and get some clay from there so I can get some roof tiles, basically, and upgrade my wooden church to a stone church. Because that's what we love to see. And so on that, I'm actually going to take off my tithe. I'm going to keep all of my food for myself now. Sorry, church. You can have to grow your own food somewhere. And I did want to get all of this up and running by this autumn, which I think let's still make it possible if I do wish to do that. Let's go. We need a farmhouse. Our farmhouse is going to be down here. Yep, let's go and put our farmhouse there. That's what we need for the first point. A field. Now we've got one very nice burgage plot. Field plot here. Nice and empty. 1.6 Morgan. This one is nice and empty as well. 0.8 Morgans. This one is, I think this might be, yeah, I think this is, what is that? I'm going to risk it. Again, like I said, and apart from the clay deposit, which never happened, guys, we generally, like I said, don't like to uproot trees, but I don't. Okay, I did uproot one tree. Wasn't quite sure which side of the road that was technically on, and I also need to. I just realised get rid of this road. I don't know where it comes from and where it goes, and that's not me singing Cotton Eye Joe. But that does need to disappear. And so, another 0.8 Morgan field. Okay, and that is several fields put down. Now, we still have to get rid of this small group of trees, along with this small group of trees. And, more to the point, our stonecutter camp, which has somebody still in it. Let's demolish our stonecutter's camp. We have run out of our stone deposit. And so then that can be another field. I am going to yeah, shrink you right the way down. Can you please come and remove these for me? Go ahead and put us back to play. And then let's keep an eye on our treasury. Once we hit 250, we will be ready to move along to the next region. But yeah, I think maybe. And as well, you know, I'm quite happy if I can get at least one more field down as well. I'm quite happy to start this at a half size, a half of what it's going to be. Our fertility here is not great. Let's turn on crop rotation. Now, this is our largest field. It'd be nice, I think quite nice, if it told you how big the field was when you'd gone and built it. Just so we can remember. So this is our largest field, though, and so this will be wheat, fallow, and wheat. We'll put the fallow in the middle. Now we'll go ahead and beautiful. There goes a region claim. We'll go ahead. I mean, this field's going to be pretty large as well, and it looks like I can't quite remember the numbers. I think this one's probably the smallest. What was that? That was fallow in 2. Let's put you fallow in 1. Oh, you've got a little bit. Well, the middle one does anyway. A little bit of better fertility. And so you will be fallow in 3, I think, along with this one. I will keep fallow in 3 as well. So, aha, we've just gone and built a mining pit. Now it's going to be a hell of a walk for somebody. Let's start to slow drain and get our 109 copper. Large storehouse. Good. No one in our small storehouse. Oh, we have someone in our small granary. Let's go and... no, wait. Let's not go and switch that around quite yet. I will put someone in that large granary once we have our farm underway, I think. Oh, we are actually out of timber. Probably because I keep sending these guys miles away just to go and get logs. Let's also go and stick somebody else into the logging camp because we are a little bit low on logs. And our woodcutter's lodge. How are we doing for firewood? Only up to 77, so let's keep 2 people in there as well. And I mean, we have plenty of time to things to keep growing. Our forager hut pantry is full. That is quite frankly terrible. What are you guys doing, quite frankly? You're peddling, transporting, and transporting. Don't worry about transporting down here. Keep getting yourself to our forager's hut, please. Oh, there you go. We are... Oh, no. He hopped into our hunter's camp, which... Yep, can still keep gathering. So in that case, I'm going to stick someone else in the granary. Leave 1 on construction, and basically anyone else that turns up, which hopefully will be lots and lots of people, can keep improving our construction team, because obviously they'll all be unassigned. As you just saw, I turned off taxes. We have 275. So I'm going to leave this village as it is for a little while. I mean, the farmhouse is coming up. We have most of our fields down. And so let's start to look at this place. So, I want to, for a start, let's go to our construction. And administration, I want a settlers camp. I'm going to put it just... Oh, too steep to build by that. I'm going to put it just in here. Town. Starting supplies. Food, firewood, stone, and materials. Settlement options. Oh, we only really have 1 settlement option. Do we not need logs to be able to build a logging camp? Excuse me whilst I go ahead and press cancel for a second. Gathering. It does cost 2 timber. Interesting. So if I go and build myself my settlers camp, it will give me 5 starting families. We'll give them some food, some firewood, some stone, and some lovely, lovely tools, which at this stage are in fact useless. They're not used in the game. So let's go for a modest start. Let's hit confirm. Now we have 5 homeless families, of course. Some exposed goods and some exposed goods. Ah, we did, of course, as well get 8 timber. That makes me very happy. We have our hitching post, which I'm assuming and hoping has an oxen available. Right, so then let's get ourselves building. We want a logging camp, which is... I'm going to put just to this side. I do want him chopping down the trees next to us. I am going to get rid of this patch here. I'm going to get rid of these few patches here. We'll get rid of this little one first, and then I'm just going to get him to chop what's in the middle. Let's have him by there. And then, let's think about this a little bit. So I am going to want to get rid of the stone, so I will eventually want a stone gatherer. That's going to cost me 2 more of those. But first, I think we're going to go and build some houses. I'm going to get rid of that homelessness problem. And as I said, build some houses. Now, let's double check our fertility regions. Flax goes straight through the middle. Yep. Right, I remember that. Barley. Got a patch on this hill. And I think that's just below that hill. Let's go and just... Can I make the contours turn back up? Yep, thank you. That's the hill. Yeah, the flat just below this hill. So on, above this hill was good. This hill was the other region. So I think the village is going to be down the bottom of the hill. Either that, or I could in fact build it where these trees are. That wouldn't be terrible either. I think in terms of storehouses, which I can go ahead and throw up as well, let's go and make this a high priority. I'm going to keep them near the King's Road, because that's where I'm also going to have my trading post, because obviously this place is going to be exporting like absolute crazy my other town in terms of crops. As well, a big thing about this is I want to take all of that barley, ship it next door, and get it into an ale house. This place probably won't have a tavern, because it is going to be a low-level simple mining village. Although, if I am overstocked with barley, I might put one in there anyway. I doubt I'll upgrade the houses to level 3, but simply because every town and village should have a pub. It's just right. And so, with that, let's go and chuck a storehouse. I'm going to put them slightly on this side. And next to that, we'll put granary. And then I also want... I am going to get a hunting camp here as well. I'm going to slightly nestle this one backwards onto the edge of the woods, really. What will hopefully stay as the edge of the woods. Like I said, I'm going to chop down a lot of these trees. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna hide him in here. And then let's go and build a road to here. Let's go and fill that up a bit. Beautiful. So that will go to my hunting camp. I'm probably not going to worry about berries too much at this point. I do have a rich deposit of wild animals. So that will be very fantastic to be able to use. The hunting camp cost me nothing. These cost me 2 logs each. That's cost me some logs. That is going to be most of my starting logs, because I only start with that many. So the other thing I want to go and grab, the last thing, which will be very useful as well for cutting down all of these trees, is a woodcutter's camp. Which... Oh, I can just fit in here. That's fantastic. Let's go and put that in here. Now I'm hoping... No, let's just go and put my hitching post to a road. I'm going to move my hitch... Well, actually, so I'll probably keep my hitching post where it is. I quite like it. It's roughly where it needs to be honest. I'll probably even build another one, maybe just this side, to help things move along. Let's put that to high. Let's put that to highest. That is my main priority. Then probably my woodcutter's camp. Then everything else. Let's put that to high as well. So let's put that to very high. No, high. Because that will also get me the food in. This will allow me to start chopping down the trees. And so on that, let's get things moving. Come on, families. Let's start to build this wonderful second village, which will not continue to be called Noosehold. Let's put someone in there. Let's click on advanced. And let's please have you chopping down these trees. Get rid of this small patch. Have the hunting camp. Let's put one person in there. The woodcutter's lodge. Let's... I'm gonna put these guys a little bit further afield. Put you guys there for now. I mean, that'll nicely clear this top area. And then with timber coming in, let's go and grab me a stonecutter's camp. It doesn't really matter where I put it because it is only going to be a temporary building, but let's go and think about this a little bit. So I've got a barley patch here and here, flax all the way through the middle. I think... Where? I need to kind of make sure I avoid this when I build the road. barley concentrated there and there. And flax simply beautifully situated there. I think maybe a nice road through here. Let's build me lovely road going down here. Let's sort out that curvature, as I always do. So what that'll do is, if I go to my fertility, the barley is, yep, I'll have a lovely barley field in here, and one here. Flax, I have big patches here, and obviously here. And of course the wheat can go everywhere, which is why I love this province. And so that will, in essence, I think, start to build my village down here. What that means is let's start build. Oh, that's probably actually a little bit big. Let's go a little bit tighter. I mean, I only in essence need to get a church and a marketplace in here. Now let's make you about as round as I can get you. I think that's about as round as you're getting. And if I was to see about placement, let's have a look at the church. Our church mostly takes up this space. So I might actually make this a little bit bigger because, like I said, it'd be quite nice to get a farm in here as well. Sorry, not a farm, a tavern in here as well. And of course, with a little space for a market. So let's just go a little bit bigger. I said a little bit, that's probably quite a bit bigger, to be honest. And some parts look more round than others, but I think that'll do. And so with that, we should be able to get, I mean, a beautiful church there. And a beautiful tavern down here, for instance. Plenty of space. And also plenty of space for a lovely market in the middle. And there's our fertile regions. Beautiful fertile regions. I mean, I'm going to be cutting out a bit of the flax area, admittedly. But I think that's okay. I mean, we've got lots of flax up here as well. And barley further up top. All of this will be chopped down. The logging camp might be moved across here a little bit. Okay, and underground water as well. Unfortunately, we're a little bit off for our underground water. That's okay. What does a well cost us? Cost us 1. I'm going to go and build one up here. I have had bad things burning down. So we're going to have, like I had in the other province, it's our well for the King's Road. And I probably will eventually stick one there. That'll technically be for the village. And maybe the farms. I do, of course, I can kind of sneak one in here, which isn't too far off from the village. Maybe a little road just to our little personalized well. And that will probably happen. But for now, let's also, I can only actually stick down 1. Let's go and stick down our first big. I only really want 1 burgage plot, so make it a bit smaller. There you go. Yeah. But yeah, probably quite small on that side. Because, I mean, as I said, I don't really want to cut in too much into my field area. Let's make it a tiny bit bigger. Yeah, that will do just nicely. And we will get the first of the burgage plots down. And let's go ahead and hit that fast forward all over again. We do have lots of people doing this, that, and the other. We've got 2 people still on building. That's how I want to keep it. We have one person in the woodcutter and one person in the logging camp, one person in the hunting. Our basic resources are getting sorted. We have 8 meat. There's only 1 month's supply. We still have plenty of wild animals. Going up that to 2 people, please. And yeah, get a bit more meat maybe. Let's go back to fast forwarding. Not enough supplies. This settlement needs either more food or more fuel. Yes. Oh, fuel is no consumption. We have 6 firewood. You should be getting me some more though, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. And you should now be getting me lots more meat. You have up to 8. That'll soon be up to 2 months' supply. Okay, so let's go ahead and fast forward again. Exposed goods. There you go. We're up to 2 months' supply. Could be worse. So what do we have? We have only a few supplies. All the food was eaten. And we don't quite have... I very much need people where they are, to be honest. But let's go ahead and quickly click you down. Let's move you to the storehouse very quickly. See if we can get those supplies picked up. Oh, good. The firewood's gone. As is that. Let's turn you off and put you back into the woodcutters. So no more exposed supplies. And we do have our first burgage plot going up. How are we doing? Oh, plenty of timber. Let's get a few more of these houses down. I'll put that one down as well. Let's go and upgrade that one. That'll be living space for 3. And let's go and get our last burgage plot just on this side. Beautiful. And that will get rid of all of our homelessness as well. Let's keep that fast forwarding. Let's go back to normal speed. What are we in? June. We're at the beginning of summer. Let's go and have a look at Cartref whilst that is going on. I assume is this a fallen tree? No, that's a patch of... I don't know if that... I think there's a fallen tree in there. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. But we don't have any problems. We are going beautifully. Our berry deposit is still growing. I actually seem to be struggling to get rid of that one. And with someone in our storehouse, we should be doing just nicely. Now, I don't think I'm building anything per se at this point, so I think one more person in our storehouse. The idea, hopefully, they'll go for a really long run to go and pick up our clay. And yeah, so everything seems to be going pretty much as we left it. Our approval is beautifully high, and that should help get us our last 4 families. And we still are very much... Oh, we've got a rogue tree that's turned up on our field. That's strange, because that field should have eliminated all trees in the region, or in the area. And, yeah, don't quite know where he came from, but we've got a rogue tree. And as you can see, we have chopped down most of the trees in this area. But nobody is yet complaining. They request a market area. Oh, well, that can be done. Don't you worry about that, good sirs. We do need some planks. We also need more logs, so we'll let that continue to increase. And we do need a cheeky stone mine. But I'm not going to go and build that. We're going to focus on the burgage plots for now. And what will then be... We will then aim at the wooden church, because that will allow us to start getting a few more families, which is what we need to really get this place going. So let's leave them to do the burgage plots. This area is going nicely. We can take one off the hunting camp. You are about as good as you're getting. The berry deposit is now going down. The season of growth is over. And our idle families, I think soon can go into the farmhouse, our large storehouse. Come on, collect that clay for me. We need you to collect that clay. Do me proud. We don't have any timber, really. Wow, we have so many planks. Let's disable the saw pit for a short while, because we have 171 planks. That's exploded, and we are struggling to get any logs in. Wood, we have so much firewood, we have so much food. We're not getting very good variety, but we have lots of berries. I am going to go to my trading post, and for selling of berries, I'm going to change that to 125. Let's keep it a little bit higher. And also for then my planks, let's change that to a 50. Still gives me lots of selling, still gives me lots of chance to earn, I mean, small coin, let's be honest. I mean, I'm selling for, what, 2 and 2? 2 and 3, but still plenty of chance to sell. Now, this region, once work area is empty, aha! Let's have you then change your work area to this. You can go ahead and take that out. The woodcutter's hut, I believe, was taking out a small patch down here, so they should be fine. And afterwards, I mean, still getting plenty of firewood. That shouldn't be a problem. We've only actually got one house at the moment. Oh, it has been upgraded, though. And plenty of goods. We have 3 timber remaining. I don't know if that's... Yep, that's 3 free timber. Ugh, not going to say that fast any time. Storage is full in the hunting camp. Yes, it is. But that's simply because there's no one in my granary. Because I can't really afford to have someone in my granary. But as people need to come and eat, they will. If I go and build myself a little market, I should be able to alleviate this problem. So, with that in mind, now I need to be wary. So, I'm going to build my church. I mean, I could, in essence, build my church very nicely here. I could build my tavern probably quite... Let's not snap the road, please. My tavern quite nicely next to it. I wish you could place markers for things. Ah, with so much space. So then... that means I can go ahead and build a market into kind of this space. Market store locations 27. That is more than enough. Let's go ahead and put a market down. That will, there you go, full food stall under construction. That will allow the hunters start to peddle their meat in the marketplace, which will help, well, empty it out basically so they can keep hunting. And like I said, yeah, I'm going to, in essence, little road. Let's very much remove the curvature. I want this to be a pretty straight road around my marketplace, where my church will sit and face, basically. Okay, I think this is going to be a very, very nice village. But we'll have to find out in the next episode, ladies and gentlemen, because that is all we have time for in this episode. And when we also come into the next episode, we'll have a new name. Of that I do promise you. And so until that point, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining me as always. I hope you're still enjoying it. Cartref is beautifully growing. We are hopefully going to plant some crops this summer. We shall have to see. But until that moment, is our rogue? Yep, our rogue tree is still here. Not quite sure what's happened there. But until that moment, ladies and gentlemen, as per always, thank you very much for joining me. Servant going home, firewood cutter. As I was saying, thank you all very much for joining me. I hope you are enjoying the episodes so far. And until next time, where we come back to the beautiful large village of Cartref, dare I say? And our brand new small village of... watch this space. It just bids me to say to all of you out there, stay safe, stay happy, and stay healthy.